Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about the Norwegian cruise line Escape. We're going to do a full ship overview and talk about who the ship is right for, right after this. Hey everyone, John here from Bite Size Cruises. Welcome back to our channel. If it's your first time here, thanks so much for coming. We handle all things cruising. So we are a small travel agency that talks about different cruise lines, different ships. We do tours, tips and tricks, the whole 9 yards. If that's something that you're interested in, we would like to ask you to subscribe. Join us on this little journey here. And for the next week or so, we're going to be talking about the Norwegian Escape. We're going to talk all about the ship, who the ship's right for, what kind of ship it is, where the ship goes, all the different itineraries, the bars, the restaurants, the entertainment options, the whole 9 yards. So we're going to start off with just a quick ship overview today. So the NCL Escape is a Breakaway Plus class ship. So there is the Breakaway, the Getaway. Those ships are breakaway ships. And then they did a Breakaway Plus class, which is a little bit bigger. They stretched things out a little bit. They added some really fun elements that we're going to talk about. And it's one of my favorite class of cruise ships. So I love the Breakaway Plus and I love the Oasis class. They're my two, NCL and Royal. They're my two favorite classes of ship right now. But there's a ton of things to do. There are an amazing amount of options. So the Breakaway Plus class ship, this one debuted on November 9th, 2015. So it's just about 8 years. It's going to be 8 years old this year. It's 165,000 gross tons. It is 1,069 feet long. And it was actually refurbished in 2020. So it does feel a little bit new. We were on the ship recently. I love this ship. It's one of my favorite cruise ships. My favorite NCL ship at the moment is Bliss. But this is right there. It's the same class of ship, but it's a very similar ship. But I like Bliss a little bit more. There's some things I like. We'll talk about that later. So, fun story. The godfather, as you know, every ship has a godmother, godfather, or godparents. So the godfather of this ship is none other than Mr. 305. The godfather himself, Pitbull, is the godfather of the ship, which is really fun. So fun facts about this ship. So let's talk about the accommodations of this ship. It holds 4,266 passengers. Again, the Oasis class ships are in the 6,000s of passengers, and then Icon and the newest Oasis class ships are going to be right around 7,000, which is crazy. 4,266 never really feels super crowded. Some areas feel a little bit crowded, but they handle the flow really well. And this is the difference between what you're going to see here, the difference between newer ships and older ships. This is a newer cruise ship, obviously. You're going to have 407 inside cabins, 114 ocean view cabins. These used to be primarily the biggest amount of cabins on a ship. Now there's 1,168 balcony cabins on the ship. That is a ton. So it's mostly balconies. 308 suite cabins and 82 studio cabins. If you don't know what a studio cabin is, it's an inside cabin for one person. So they take away that double occupancy charge that you would get, and they cut it down the size a little bit. So it's a very utilitarian room. And Norwegian pioneered this, and they started with these. They have 82 studio cabins in a little studio space. We'll talk about that when we get into those things on another day. So some other things you want to know about the NCL Escape is there are 1,733 crew on the ship. So it's roughly 2.5 to 1 passengers to crew, which is great. There are 15 plus dining options. There are Broadway shows and production shows. They have an aqua park and a ropes course. They have the amazing waterfront area on deck 8, which wraps around the ship, which is almost like a boardwalk outside where you have outdoor dining. And Norwegian has really kind of pioneered this concept of having more outdoor space. And you see it even more on the newer ships, the Prima and the Viva, which will be coming out this year, the Viva. They really want you to be closer to the sea. I don't love the design of those two new ships. I love the ships. They're beautiful. I don't love the design. I'm not 100% sure who those ships are for. but they do give you a lot more outdoor space, and you really do feel more attached to the sea, which is the point and what they were trying to get across. So let's talk a little bit about who the NCL Escape is for. I think Norwegian does a great job, or they have in the past, of towing the line between kind of the standard cruise lines. So you're like Carnivals, and then your kind of upper cruise lines like Celebrity and Princess. I think Norwegian does a really good job of being right in the middle there with Royal Caribbean. They're great for families. There's tons of things to do. Seems to me like with Prima and Viva, they're trying to move up towards Celebrity and Princess in that a little more older demographic, but I'm still not sure because there are a lot of things on Prima and Viva for kids and things too. So it's a little confusing, but Escape, totally great if you are a family, wonderful if you are a couple, young couple, you want to do a lot of fun things. We'll talk about all the different options of things that you could do on the ship, all the different food options, great kids stuff, a great kids club and daycare and childcare options for you. And it's also good, I find, for older couples if you just really enjoy that cruising experience, or if you like a little bit more lavish experience and you want to get like a spa suite or a haven suite, and you have that whole ship within a ship kind of feel to it. So this ship really, to me, is for everybody. The people that this ship is not for is kind of like your super young, what I would consider the Carnival crowd. So if you are trying to get on a ship, get some drinks, go to out nightclub, it's not going to be that kind of fun, wild experience. It's still very fun. There's still a ton of things to do, but Carnival does that really well, where it's just, they're the fun ships. It's a party. You get on there, you hit the nightclub, you're getting drinks, you're out on the pool deck, you're dancing. So that's who I think the ship is for. It's pretty good for families and couples and older people that want a little more of a refined experience. You can get that there as well with the Haven. So join us the next week or so. We're going to be digging deep into NCL Escape, going through all the different options, going through all the different cabins, going through the entertainment, bar, dining options, the whole 9 yards. So tomorrow we are going to do dining options on NCL Escape. So everybody have a wonderful day, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye.